Hey, it's Randy here in the garage. Uh, Something a little different for this week's video, mostly just because I didn't have anything else to put out. So I thought I'd give a little tour of the garage, which is my bike work and storage space. Maybe give you a little closer look what it is that you see in the background of the build videos and the tools and my storage, etc. So let's get to it. So this is just a typical, I suppose, two-car garage. We do keep our one and only car in here at all times, except for when I'm working on bikes. So this space here is reserved for the car. This bike stand is generally slid over in the corner here to make room for the car, but like I said, I'll drag it out to give me plenty of workspace when the car is not in the garage. So this is all parts storage. So on the top shelf here, I think it's mostly inner tubes. I do have a box of some shims and my wheel truing stand. There's some memorabilia here. This is just one of my mini cut and paste posters I used to make up for all the bike events I put on. The doll I found alongside the road. Trophy I got at a bike event for one of my bikes. See, we got axles. What do we got here? Hubs, saddle guts. This would be, for the old style saddles. Got some headsets here. One piece bottom bracket cups. Headset, my freewheel and cassettes. Let's see, Brooks, what is this? Brooks saddle, 18. Oh yeah, this is Nova saddle. Some pedals, box of saddles, miscellaneous saddles. Now these are all non-caliper brakes. The brakes themselves and the levers are in here. Caliper brakes. And just miscellaneous little brake bits and bobs. Okay, bottom brackets. This I think this is both. I've got cartridge and cup and cone bottom brackets in here. And everything related to shifting, derailleurs, cables, shift levers. Just all my sockets here. That's our one-up bike rack, a hitch mount bike rack. And this is memorabilia from the Midwest Bikefest that I put on many years ago for, 11 years, I think. Just from some of the contests, props for the contests that we used to have in the Bikefest. Here on the garage door, these are just magnetic signs that I found while out on my bike rides. The Workbench vise, which is really handy to have. Let's see, some memorabilia up here. See, this is from an event that I used to help put on. Tag from the Tour de Fat we attended in Minneapolis. We got some bike specific tools here, cone wrenches, pedal wrenches, just all the other wrenches here, standard and metric, screwdrivers, Allen wrenches, a chain tool, spoke wrenches, and various pliers, wire cutters. Let's see, all my angle grinder stuff here, cut off and flat discs, greases and oils, plenty of patches. And this would be small parts storage here. I really should label these. I spend more time searching for stuff. You know, these clear drawers get so messed up you can't see through them. But a variety of stuff. What do we got? Axle nuts, seat post clamps. What else? More memorabilia. That's a poster I put together for one of our Halloween rides. Caliper, that's really handy to have. Zip ties, markers, paint brushes, air pressure gauges. Under the workbench, you got this crate full of rags, which is kind of nice because you can just pull a rag out from anywhere here. This tub is full of hammers and clamps and other miscellaneous things. Just whatever I would call it, just regular old tools in this toolbox. This one contains a few specific bike tools that I don't have room for up on the pegboard. Then power tools here, like grinder and drills, air compressor, and one of my favorite things here, this rolling chair, and my welder. Next to the back door, we hang our helmets. So we've also got our camp chairs here, a folding camp table there for, well, when the rare times we do go camping and when we go coffee outside, we'll take those. On this shelf, I've got all my spray paints and just storage for parts here. These are all stems, one-piece stems, goosenecks. Just not really that well organized. Some of them are like BMX style. We got seat posts here, kickstands, and these are stems and stem adapters in this bin, and they're just various sizes of tubing that I save and just miscellaneous stuff in here. Bench grinder, that comes in handy. And this is Frank. He was a prop for one of the competitions that we'd have at the Midwest Bicycle Fest that I used to put on. Storing the bikes, I just kind of cram them in everywhere here I can get them to fit. Most of them are just, you know, leaning against one another and up against the wall. I do hang a few. In this group here, there's a couple that have kickstands, and then the other bikes are just leaning against them. Now, one thing I always try to do is make sure Nova's 3 bikes are easy for her to get out. Pegboard parts wall here. Got some old bike reflectors. See, this tag's from Neptune Cyclery and Lounge. Picked that up many years ago when visiting there and doing a ride in Florida. Water bottle cages, handlebar tape, grips, and all the 3-piece cranks and chain rings. Some 1-piece chain rings or sprockets. Pedals. These are all like braces or struts for fenders and baskets. Chains. Poster from Art of the Bicycle show. See, these are all ride finds. That was a gift from a friend. It's like an old bike lock. Poster that I made for the Midwest Bicycle Swap. Another poster for the Midwest Bicycle Fest. These are all one-piece cranks and sprockets. Storage for the bigger stuff like frames, forks, wheels, tires. That's all up in the attic. So let me get the ladder out and we'll take a peek up there. So, got frames, wheel sets, more frames and wheel sets, tubes, tires, some drop bars, many wheel sets going back there into the darkness, forks, rear racks, more frames, mostly handlebars in here. Got a basket and a rear rack now. So this is far from ideal storage for many reasons. The biggest one, just how hot it is up here. It's always well over 100 degrees during the summer. I got a few frame sets hanging up here in the shed. Also one complete bike, my Schwinn Clunker. Oh, and just notice it has a flat. I don't know how many times I've fixed this flat. While on this tour, why don't we go ahead and go down the basement where it's cooler, and I'll show you where I edit the videos. So this is my little hideout in the basement here where I do the video editing. Oh, well, here's a box full of doll heads that I have found while on my bike rides. A couple of them I've already modified a little bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. This mirror I found on a bike ride. Just some more memorabilia. This is a t-shirt from the Art of the Bicycle, which I said previously is an event I used to help put on. An old Goodrich bicycle tire ad. That's a gift. It's a reproduction poster, but of an ad. Gift from my in-laws. This was made and gifted to me by a friend. This is Pookie in Space. You know, Mad Dog and Pookie, you're maybe familiar with them on Instagram. This is a poster that they sell. An old camel patch kit. This pot and plant I found on a bike ride separately. Just different bike-related books. The Rock'em Sock'em robot and the Barbie doll head were found on bike rides, as well as that. That's a foot to a chair or a couch or something. This vase and flowers found on a bike ride. This chain art, I'll call it, I guess. Like a muscle bike made out of bicycle chain that a friend made. I got a ribbon that I got for winning some bike show, I think. Another pot and plant that I found on bike rides separately. And I don't recall the artist's name. Tidwell, maybe? It's like a postcard that he sells, and I put it in a frame. Another poster from the Art of the Bicycle. Now, this is an actual old ad for 3-in-1 oil. Poster from a gravity race that I participated in. A friend built the vehicle and I drove it, and if I recall correctly, I took first place in the amateur division. These are all like robots and spaceships that I built out of trash, most of it anyway. Built out of trash that I found while out on bike rides. These signs were found while on bike rides. It's a t-shirt from an event we participated in New Mexico. Just a Schwinn Stingray 10 sign from Hobby Lobby or somewhere. Oh, and got some glasses here, sunglasses, cheap sunglasses. Just waiting to be modified. That's it, our garage, my bicycle work / storage space. If you have any questions, of course, leave them down in the comments. I guess I'll end the video here. So as always, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.